What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Sams, and this is The Specs. Alright, Infinity War is literally the next movie. It's coming up in a couple of months. And we are still missing one Infinity Stone. This is driving me crazy. I have no idea where this last stone is. But in case you didn't know, there's 6 stones that we gotta find. There's 6 stones that we have to obtain, and there's 5 of them that we've already seen. We haven't seen one stone, and I guess they're saving it for the big movie. But since we don't know where that one stone is, I guess we could just go back and see where the rest of them are. The Tesseract. Now, the Tesseract was first introduced in Captain America. We see it in Captain America because Red Skull is the one that's trying to obtain it so that he can tap into the power of the gods, as he says. He uses it to power his weapons. We also see the Tesseract as the plot device for the Avengers movie. We also see in Iron Man 2, we see a drawing of the Tesseract by Howard Stark. We are later explained that Howard Stark was actually looking, and he actually obtained and fished it out of the water, the Tesseract, back in Captain America. So, where the Tesseract is right now? Well, it was on Asgard, but if you remember at the end of Thor Ragnarok, Asgard is destroyed. But before we saw that, we saw Loki in Odin's boat. He stopped and looked at the Tesseract. And if you looked at some of those trailers that came out for Infinity War, it looks like he's giving it over to Thanos. So, it's very safe to say Thanos got the Tesseract, which is also the Space Stone. The Ether. Now, the first time we see the Ether, and the only time we see the Ether, is in Thor the Dark World. Now, a lot of people say that Thor the Dark World, along with Iron Man 2, was probably one of the lowest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I beg to differ. I think that Thor 2 was very good for what it's worth and very good in setting up further stories. Now, the Ether is a device that was used by Malekith. Malekith wanted to put the entire world and all the worlds and all the realms back into a state of darkness. So he was able to learn how to use the Ether to make it flexible and make it loose, so he can change the fabric of reality. Hence, the Reality Stone. So, we see it in Thor the Dark World. We see that whole fight, everything goes through. If you forgot about that, please check out this link. I break down the entire story right there. But we see at the end of the movie, the Warriors 3, well, at least Lady Sith and the big dude, I forget his name, Vandar or Vandor, I don't know. It's gone now. Anyway, we see them go to Tatalier's Savant, the Collector, and they end up giving the Collector one of the Infinity Stones because he can't have 2 of them in Asgard at the time. So right now, the Reality Stone is with the Collector. The Collector then says something at the end of that is 1 down, 5 to go. Is he collecting them for himself, or is he collecting them for Thanos? I guess in this movie we're gonna find out who was collecting who. Number 3, the orb. The only time we see the orb is in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Quill actually goes to this abandoned planet and gets the orb. Then he actually runs off with it and everything like that. A lot of scuffle, a lot of back and forth. They were looking to give the orb to Collector. Collector was going to get 2 Infinity Stones, but because of the fact that one of his servants, Karina, puts her hands on the stone and make the stone explode, you know, they just got away with it. Ronan then got his hands on the stone, and he was looking to destroy Xandar, but unfortunately he failed at his actions. And because of that, the stone is now with Nova Prime or Nova Empire on Xandar. That's where the Power Stone is. Now, if you remember in the trailer, Thanos has the Power Stone now. He has a purple stone, which was the Power Stone. So somehow he goes to Xandar and he gets it. Who knows what happens? Do we see Nova Prime? Do we see Nova? Are they there? Do they get beat? Who knows? But that's where the 3rd Infinity Stone is, and unfortunately, it looks like that one is also with Thanos. 4. Now, we see this actually in Avengers. Loki has a staff, and the staff is able to touch the heart of someone and change their mind, change their perspective, open their mind. If you remember what Eric Selvig said, he said it's showing him more than knowledge is truth. He's seeing everything. His mind has expanded. Now, a lot of us didn't put 2 and 2 together to see that this was actually the Mind Stone because it looked the same color as the Tesseract. We just thought it was an extension of the Tesseract, but it was actually another Infinity Stone. Now, fast forward, Age of Ultron. We then see it again, Loki's staff in the hands of Strucker. Yeah, Strucker. So Strucker has it, the team gets it, and we end up making Ultron because of Tony Stark. Again. Anyway, now we get through the entire movie, and now Vision has the stone in his head because at first Ultron wanted to put his body into Vision, who had the Mind Stone, but because of some scuffle that didn't go down. Ultron got destroyed allegedly, and now Vision is on Earth with the Mind Stone in his head. So far, we have the Mind Stone on Earth. Xandar temporarily has the Power Stone. The Collector has the Ether, the Reality Stone, and the Tesseract is now on Asgard. Well, it was on Asgard. So, last one. The Time Stone. Now, the Time Stone was actually found in Doctor Strange. We talked about it not too long ago. Doctor Strange was actually able to wield the stone. The stone is safe in the Sanctum. That's also on Earth. So that's where the Time Stone is. Now, if we look at everything, there's about 2 Infinity Stones on Earth. It's the Mind and the Time. One is now with Loki because Asgard is destroyed. Oh, I forgot to put spoilers. Asgard is destroyed, so now Loki has the Space Stone. The Collector still has the other Infinity Stone, the Reality Stone, but I don't know how long he's going to hold on to it. And Xandar has the Power Stone. Now, could it be that the Soul Stone has been with Thanos the entire time? Could it be that the Soul Stone is actually on Wakanda, which aids the Wakandans in using vibranium? Maybe vibranium is spawned from the stone, and maybe that's why Thanos is coming to Wakanda in order to get that. Well, I'm not going to take credit for that one. That was actually my boy Mano. Mano, I Am Legend. He's on the channel too. That's his idea, but you know, I'm not going to take it. Anyway, it's going to be interesting to see where the stone is going to be and where these stones are going to fall. Remember, the Infinity Gauntlet has 6 parts. And the 6 stones has to go on that gauntlet. So either way you look at it, Thanos is going to get all 6 stones. It's going to be very interesting to see how he gets it. And that goes back to what I've been saying for the last 4 or 5 years. This movie is going to be the Thanos Quest. If you don't know that comic book, you need to look for that online. The Thanos Quest is basically him going throughout the entire universe, tricking and fooling some of the Celestials and the Elders of the universe in order to get the stones. Once he gets all 6 stones and he obtained godhood, he's a god. He snaps his fingers. Woo! Can't wait. Anyway, that's basically where they are. I hope we get to find them soon, and if we don't find them soon, then Thanos is going to get them quick. So, I hope you guys are caught up to speed, and hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. And hopefully I gave you a good breakdown of where the stones are. So, I'm not going to recap it, just rewind it. You'll be able to see it again. Nah, I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so the Space Stone right now was on Asgard, is with Loki. The Reality Stone is now with the Collector. The Orb is on Xandar. The Time Stone is with Doctor Strange in the Sanctum. And the Mind Stone is in Vision. The Soul Stone, who knows? So, this is your boy C. Sams. This is That Comic Show. I hope you're ready for the big blockbuster that comes out in a couple months, because I'm trying to get on that red carpet in April. So come on, help me. Please. Anyway, this is your boy C. Sams. Sams out.